Let me tell you guys, taking decisions is the hardest ass thing to do ever. I'm a Libra, so supposedly I am not really good at taking decisions. I'm not using this as an excuse. Well, actually I kind of am, but I think even if you're not a Libra, it is not always easy to take a decision because we have no freaking idea of what is going to happen in the future, and we have this fear that our decision is going to be a bad decision. So what can we do about that? That's what I'm going to tell you in this video, so stick around. Evaluate the risks and the benefit. We read a lot in personal development blogs about the benefits, and we read a lot of inspirational content that is supposed to motivate us to be inspired and see the benefits, because we really tend to be so worried about the risks. Sometimes in personal development you have to be more positive, and sometimes you have to hold back a little, and finding the right middle ground between these two is the key that we are going to work on today, because you need to see as objectively as possible what are the good things that could happen to me if I take this decision, and what are the bad things that could happen to me if I take this decision. Because sometimes we want things, or we think we want things that in truth we don't want. We might want to be the boss of a company, and then we realize, oh, but when I'm the boss, I have less time for my family, less time to spend with my dog, I will have to travel a lot, and things like that. So it is really important to see both sides of the medal in order to choose the side that fits you the best. And so I'm not telling you that traveling is bad and having a family is good. It might be totally different for you. What I'm saying is that you need to evaluate the cost and the benefit as objectively as possible in order for you to take the wisest and the best and the most fulfilling decision for yourself. How do you do that? Well, the good old pros and cons list could be a great thing. Or you could speak with someone who is already in that position, or that already took the decision that you were thinking about taking, and ask them about their experience. How is their life? How is their family coming around? How is their financial situation? How do they feel? Are they happy? Are they fulfilled? What challenges are they facing? And that way you can start seeing the big picture and see past your fears and doubts, but also see past the super great inspirational picture that you might have of your goal, and be able to take the most objectively good decision for yourself. Second advice, see all your options, because sometimes we are deciding between A and B and we don't see that there's a third option, a number C, or maybe a D or an E, or an infinite amount of options for us. So most of the time things are not just black and white or a yes or no. There are sometimes alternative ways that we haven't been thinking of and that we haven't even been considering. And the more options you have, the better you might be able to choose the one that fits for you. See all the possibilities that you have, and to see all the possibilities that you have, you will need to take a little step back and observe your situation. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? And actively ask yourself, is there an other way to get from the point A to the point B? This is how you can broaden your horizons and find out whether you have more options, or maybe you have just the 2 options or just 1 option. It depends entirely on your situation, but you know what I mean. Advice number 3, exploration. I have said this before, but I can't stress it enough. There are no wrong turns, and if you might have taken the wrong decision, then it is not only wrong. There's also a lesson for you to learn, some experience for you to collect, and some strengths for you to build from this experience. And also before taking your decision, you can do some exploration. Maybe there's a way to explore the topic a little bit more without fully committing, for you to figure out whether that would be something that is fitting for you. Maybe there are options to explore something different, a completely new thing, to see if maybe that would be an option for you. Or maybe you just take a decision and you realize later on that wasn't it, and then you still can change your situation, take responsibility for your situation, and act on it. There is no wrong turn. There are only some alternate ways where you're going to collect wisdom, where you're going to collect experience, where you're going to collect knowledge, and all this experience, knowledge, and wisdom are going to be useful to you until the end of your life. So there are no wrong turns, and it's okay to adjust the sails and choose another direction or reorientate yourself towards something different. Decide according to your values. Values, values, values. I am talking about values so often because they are so important. And if you make a decision that is not in sync with your values, it might get really hard for this decision to feel fulfilling and great to you, because values are what matter most to you. Values are your biggest priorities. Values are your non-negotiables. And if your decision is going against your values, you basically decided against who you are, what you stand for, and what matters to you. And deciding against all of this, these are the decisions that are really, really hard to carry. And most of the time, these are also the decisions that we call bad decisions. And so it is super important to be aware of your values and know them and decide according to these values, because this is how you will get closer and increase the probability of you taking the best decision for yourself. And last but not least is intuition. So we all have this gut feeling when it comes to a decision, and that is our intuition. It is basically our unconscious telling us, oh, I think that's the right way to go. And our unconscious is super smart, and our unconscious really knows what we want. And our unconscious is sometimes a little bit off the track, or can seem a little bit off the track, but in general our unconscious is pretty damn smart and takes pretty good decisions for us. Listen to your gut feeling. If you know that this could be a good decision and your gut tells you, yes it is, then the chances are really good that this is the decision that you need to take. I have read somewhere, I don't really recall exactly where, but I have read that the decisions that we take are already taken in the moment where we are facing the decision by our unconscious. And what happens after this decision was taken in our unconscious is that our consciousness tries to justify why the unconscious decision is logic and good. So this would mean that actually when we are facing a decision or a dilemma, our unconscious knows already, this is what I want. And then The second part of the decision taking is just us trying to find the validation and the confirmation for why our unconscious, our subconscious would be right. So this is my message for you for today, is listen to yourself, listen to your gut feeling, listen to what you want, listen to what you love, listen to the knowledge and the experiences that you have, and decide according to your values, and you will be able to make the best decision for yourself. I wish you best of luck deciding, and if you liked this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and see you in the next one.